In the heart of Houston, a city of diversity and resilience, a story unfolds, a story of unsung heroes, visionaries, and trailblazers, a story of Latinos rising in the digital age. From doctors saving lives in our hospitals to the artists painting the future and the entrepreneurs building legacies, these voices are leading the way, breaking boundaries and redefining what it means to be Latino in America. Our culture, our stories, our people, each one with a journey that touches the heart and inspires the soul. From the pages of history to the screens of today, VIVA Magazine Live continues its legacy of uplifting the Latino community and telling the stories that need to be heard. VIVA Magazine Live isn't just a show, it's a movement, a celebration of Latino excellence, and a call to action for the next generation to fulfill their hopes and dreams and become an active part of the Latino voice. Join us as we tell the stories that inspire, unite, and elevate. Together we can ensure these voices are heard loud and clear. We invite you to be part of something bigger. Support VIVA Magazine Live and make history with us. Support the vision and invest in our community. Hola, Houston. Welcome to VIVA Magazine Live. I'm your host, Blanca Blanco, and this is the place where we celebrate the movers, the shakers, and the trailblazers of our vibrant Latino community. And today, as we celebrate the life of a colorful and vibrant octogenarian, an unsung hero in the Houston community, and whose life has been dedicated to serving the community, and this is worth repeating. He is truly an unsung hero. And stay with us as we look at the colorful and moving life of Alfonso Cantu Jr. Welcome back to VIVA Magazine Live, and who we're speaking with today is my friend Alfonso Cantu Jr. Welcome, Alfonso. How are you?
I'm blessed.
Oh, thank you. Well, you certainly do look blessed, I can tell. So I want to welcome Mr. Cantu. He is really a veteran and a true community leader in the Latino community. He has inspired countless of Texans, I should say, with his passion and for giving back all his ideas. And you look like you've been having a lot of fun, Mr. Cantu.
I love what I do.
Well, this is always a personal question with a lot of women.
Oh, yeah.
But you can start by telling us how old you are.
I'm young at heart and 84.
My God, you're young at heart. That is
Yes,
truly,
ma'am.
that is truly a blessing to have, to be young at heart at the age of 84 years old, and you're still like a little Energizer bunny, just going and going and going, and you never stop, right?
Thank God for that.
Yeah, thank God. So tell me something, Mr. Cantu, where do you get all that energy to do all the things that you do?
Well, I'm a man of hope and faith and love, and what else does anybody need?
That's right. If you have all those beautiful
Yeah.
things, what else do we need? Well, you know, I wanted to ask you a very personal question because I understand you had a bout with cancer. And so how are you doing today now?
I am doing, I would say, 80%, not 100%, but 80% of when I was 30 years old.
Okay.
As far as physically
Yes.
concerned, yes.
Yes.
And it's all because of love,
Yeah.
and passion and purpose.
And keeping yourself busy, right?
That drives me.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I am so happy to see that you're so productive and you still have that pep in your step.
Oh, yes, and I love to dance.
Yes. Well, that's awesome. You like Tejano music?
I love all music.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to hear some more about Mr. Alfonso Cantu and what keeps him going. We're going to take a quick break to hear from our sponsors, and we'll hear some more stories about Mr. Cantu in just a few minutes, okay? Welcome back to Viva Magazine Live, and who we have today is Mr. Alfonso Cantu, and we are just so intrigued and fascinated by all the energy that you have at your age at 84 years old. And I mean, I just want to know, and you mentioned that before, that it was just your faith and your hope and your love for all the people, and that just speaks to me of your commitment to service and the community. You have really made an impact to Houston's community, haven't you?
Yes.
You know, I believe that you have. And I understand that you served in the United States Marine Corps.
Yes, ma'am.
And what did you do there, Mr. Cantu?
Well, I was a potato peeler. I'm just kidding.
Did you stand in the kitchen peeling potatoes?
No. When I went in with a bunch of guys from my neighborhood because they were needing more Marines. They were killing a lot of soldiers. And they were my friends, and we lost them. And I said, you know what? It's my time to go over there and help these
Right.
guys. So I volunteered.
Did you see action, Mr. Cantu?
No, ma'am.
Where were you at the time? Where did you go?
In San Diego, California,
Okay.
boot camp. And a lot of my friends that went there and they came back, and they told me their stories that hurt my heart.
Yes, I'm sure. Yeah. I'm sorry, Mr. Cantu. I
Vietnam.
know that it really hurt you.
Yes.
Because they were your friends. And
Yes. And a lot of them that came back, they didn't stay here long because they either killed themselves,
yeah.
and they told me their stories because they were out in the field.
Yeah.
I was not in the field.
Right.
And there was one guy, his name was Eddie. I don't remember his last name. They called him Vietnam Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
And he would not.
Was he from Houston?
Yes. He was
Vietnam
a schoolmate
Uh-huh.
when I went to school with these
Yes.
guys, including Richard Perez. I
Yes.
don't know if you heard about him. And Vietnam Eddie was telling me the story about that his heart went out because he was a gunner in a helicopter, and he was given orders by the government to shoot everything that moves, children and women, and it hurt his heart. So he kind of went, he had a post-traumatic stress.
Yes. That's
And I have other friends that came back, and they did make it back, but they didn't stay here long because everything, they were just,
yeah.
including my uncle that went to World War II. Anyway, so it's a very terrible scene, and it hurts
Yes.
me.
Especially to remind you and when you recall those incidents.
But just you think about just killing children
Oh, yes.
because they were told to do it, and they were Christians.
Yes.
They had a heart, and that was terrible, baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Cantu, you mentioned the children. Was that your path to serving the community like you do? Was that one of the things that inspired you?
I was brought up as a Christian, and I remember that I knew that the Word of God was very important to me.
Yes.
And I have faith, and I'm a believer.
Yeah.
And I know that there's a difference between right and wrong.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
And that's what led me off. And so when I came back, I joined a club. It was called the Network of American Inventors and Entrepreneurs.
Yes.
And I volunteered, and I was a very gifted person. They told me I could make bombs and explosives and all that.
Mm-hmm. You were an engineer, were you not?
I am.
Yeah, you are an engineer.
Yes, I work for the Kent Company as a millwright.
Yes.
A lot of people don't know what a millwright is.
No, I do not. Tell me.
Okay, you have to know how to do plumbing, electrical, mechanical. You have to know about plastics.
Yes.
And all kinds of materials, including the planet Earth.
Wow.
And so I'm working on a big project.
Yes.
It's very important.
I was going to ask you about your project. What did you were an inventor. You
Yes,
invented this, right?
Yes.
Can you tell me about that? That's your pride and
Okay,
joy, I
yeah.
take it.
Now, I have a little project that I'm working on, which is called...
You have a bunch of projects.
Yes, I do.
Uh-huh.
But the big one, the most important one in my life, is that when I joined that group, I told the director of the group that I was very gifted because I could do everything.
Yes.
And it was a lady, her name was Wessie Kramer, and she was so impressed with me that she actually made me the co-founder of the network of inventors and entrepreneurs.
Wow, that is interesting.
And then she
Fascinating.
and she passed away, and I asked her, I want you to give me a challenge and tell me what needs to be invented.
And what did she say?
She says, well, if you can invent a cap, a better cap.
What kind of cap?
Well, that was my question.
Yeah.
What do you mean a better cap? Well, you know, a cap, like in the bottled water caps.
Uh-huh. Those screw caps?
Yeah, caps. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about my research on that. Mm-hmm. And that's why I say what I say. And the research showed that the number one polluter was spills.
Yeah, oil spills?
Oil spills.
Uh-huh.
Yes, the number one polluter is spills. Not necessarily just oil, but chemicals.
Chemicals, uh-huh.
Even water is a pollution, a polluter.
Yeah.
If you have a computer or laptop or whatever, and you put water in it, you damage it.
Oh, you damage it. Water does a lot of damage.
So that's pollution too. But if we poison our waters, then we all die.
Yes.
Because we can't live without water.
Right.
So anyway, when she told me that, I said, what do you mean a cap? They already got caps.
Right.
And I couldn't figure out what, but I brainstormed.
Yeah.
And then I asked her, I said, okay, how can I make a better cap if it's a cap?
Yeah.
And she said, well, if you can make it smaller, it costs less to make, less material, so it's a better cap.
Right.
So
That makes sense. It's logical.
yeah, she was answering me my questions.
Right.
And then I told her, I said, I can't understand. What do you mean a better cap? And I kept brainstorming for 25 years.
You've devoted your entire, almost a quarter
Yes,
of your
ma'am.
lifetime
More
in
than,
this
yes,
in this project.
very much so, yes. But I didn't quit. And I prayed. I said, Lord, what do I need to invent that will prevent spills?
Right.
In 1947, boy, I was 7 years old because I was born in 1940.
Yeah.
1947, it shows on the research that there was a great technical breakthrough. You know what that was?
No, I do not.
The invention of the oil can.
Okay.
Because there used to be cans made out of tin.
Yes.
And you had to have a can opener.
Right.
And you had to have a funnel. And then you would do that and it would spill in. So when they made the plastic can, it was a big advantage.
Yes.
You didn't need a can opener.
Right.
And that drew me to, well, if I made a better cap, I could make one that doesn't come off. And if it doesn't come off, you have no access to the product.
Right. Right.
So I made a cap that looks like a funnel and it doesn't come off. So you turn the funnel to the open position, you turn it upside down and nothing comes out until you push it down against the orifice.
Yes.
And that lets air go in the cylinder and it lets the liquid come out.
Okay.
And I have a YouTube video that I made 20 years ago.
Wow.
If anybody sees that.
Yes.
And it's called Houston, We Have a Solution for Pollution with Can 2000 for the future, the can of tomorrow.
And has this been actually distributed to the public yet?
Never.
Is it going to?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
When?
And with this show,
Okay.
you're going to find out. I'm going to tell you right now.
Okay.
I got a grant from NASA for $250,000. And Enron made me the business plan right before they cut him off.
Oh.
And that's what the business plan was for.
Right.
So you imagine this. I'm a little guy that don't know too much about it.
Oh, I think you know a lot.
But my history will tell you what I know. So they gave me a grant, and Texas A&M, one of the students there received the money. They don't give me the money. He received the money, and he made a model of what I was talking about.
Right.
And as an engineer myself, he showed me the drawings, and they gave it to me. The grant paid for that.
Yeah.
And it had too many parts.
Okay.
It's still,
You told him that it had too many parts.
yes,
Yeah,
yes. And then I took it to Halliburton,
Yes.
and they were supposed to make the product, the physical
Right.
product, and they cut me off. And I've been to other engineering
Yeah.
firms, and they don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
And I
Now, why
wonder
did they cut you off?
I have no idea. You go ask them.
Well, maybe we will.
They're going to give you an answer that they don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
I pursued
Long
it.
story short, okay?
I pursued it, and my next step is going to be to get it out there. Now, as an inventor, I created
Setbacks.
a lot of inventions.
And yes, but also as an inventor, I hear what you're telling me. There's a lot of challenges and setbacks.
Baby, for 20 years.
Yes,
But it's going to be over
yes,
because there's always the end to the story.
that's right.
Yeah. So, anyway, I can keep going. So I invented a cap
Yes.
that does not come off. In 1947, they made a technical breakthrough, which was the plastic can, and the flaw was the cap.
Right.
Because if you take the cap off and you tip it over, you spill it.
That's right.
And when you spill oil, it pollutes whatever it is. And if you're going to change oil in a car, watch the numbers.
Yeah.
There's millions of cars on the road. There's millions of machines, tractors, and everything. And they all require 4 quarts of oil to change it every 3 months
Right.
or 4 months or whatever. And of all these people that use these cans, and I can prove it to you because I observed those things.
Yes.
It's called unobvious. Anyway, so when it rains and you spill oil in the ground, when they change into oil in the backyard
Right.
and put it in cans,
Right.
and it rains,
Oh,
oil floats.
yes, it does.
And when it floats, you know where it goes?
Where?
Down the drain.
Yes, of course.
Ends up in our drinking waters.
Yes. Oh, wow.
So I invented the cap that does not come off. You can control the liquid flow at all times. If you want to stop it, and you release it, and it stops instantly.
Wow.
And the container is supposed to be clear so you can see the level of the liquid.
Right.
On the original cans right now, and they're all over the planet Earth, in every country.
Wow.
In
And that's
every-
your invention.
Yes, ma'am.
Well-
That's the one that I want to get in the market. Now,
You will get it in the market. I think you're
yes,
determined enough.
definitely.
Yes.
Yes, that's my purpose. I'm on a mission with a purpose.
Yes.
Because I love what God created, which
Yes.
is human beings and plants and animals.
Right.
And that's a
Right.
prevention. So we're going to stop the leak.
Mr. Cantu, I understand that you were awarded the Humanitarian Award from one of the local Rotary clubs here in Houston. That is such a big honor for you. And so can you tell me a little bit about that?
There's the medal that was placed on me by the Dean of the Texas Southern University.
Yes. This is a Paul Harris Fellow medal.
Yes.
This is beautiful. What an honor, Mr. Cantu. And what does this medal represent to you and to the Rotary
Well,
Club?
to me, it's just a medal. I have a whole lot of medals from different
Yeah.
subjects.
But it's a very special medal. Can you tell me what
they
that
say-
represents?
I guess it represents the words of the test that they give you. And if it qualifies, if all the answers are correct, you are definitely qualified
Yes,
as a human being.
right,
Humanitarian award,
right,
because I save lives
yes.
with my ideas.
So I know that you are involved in many organizations around the city, here in your community.
yes,
Can you tell
ma'am.
me which ones those are? Because you keep yourself pretty active. So-
Yes, I
so
do.
You belong to is it the Barrio Boys?
Yes.
What else?
And it's the original Barrio Boys Club. I belong to the Barrios Unidos Club from Northside,
Uh-huh.
and I belong to the LULAC, which is a Latin American club, and then I got a bunch of them, baby, and I got history with all of them recorded in
Yes.
in the log books,
Yes.
and you can find me in all of those books.
Yes.
Of all the clubs in the community, including church too.
I'm sure you were a fireball, Mr. Cantu, when you were
I've
much
always
younger in the
been.
30s and 40s. You
Yes,
were
I was.
hell on wheels, weren't you?
Yeah. You know what made me do that was my love of what I did,
Yes.
because I became a certified welder, ASME boilerplate welder. I'm a millwright, for over 10 years. I'm a first-class plumber.
First-class plumber?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yeah, that's good.
Electrical engineer. I have a lot of titles, honey. But I went to the 3rd grade
Yes.
because when I went to the 3rd grade, I hated school, and I still do. Yet I went to all these classes, and that's school.
Yeah, yeah. Well, but you were learning something
Yes.
that would make you happy.
And watch this
And
now.
you helped the community.
Yes, I don't have a GED. I don't have a PhD, but I have a whole lot of DBAs.
DBAs, yeah.
You know
Doing
what a DBA
business as.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, of
Yes,
course.
ma'am.
Let me ask you something, Mr. Cantu. You have kids? Were you married?
5 children.
5 children. Do they take after you? Energy all the time?
They are very much like me.
Uh-huh.
They're all very successful.
Uh-huh.
I'm the poorest man in the whole family.
And you're their dad?
Yes, but I'm the richest one in heart.
Yes, of course you are. And your wife, Mr. Cantu?
She let me go because she said that I was a cheater.
Oh,
You know why she said that I was a cheater? Because when I was going to church, and all the brothers in church, they didn't have no skill as far as plumbing, electrical, or carpentry, or nothing like that. But they knew I was good at it.
yes.
So they would tell their wives, call Mr. Cantu. She thought I was cheating on her.
Yeah. So she let you go.
Oh,
back
yeah,
then.
and she watched that clock. If I get off work at 5,
Yeah.
I better be home at 5:15, 5:30.
Because
no
she
later
wanted to
than
know where you were.
that. You're darn right. I said, I
Well-
have to stop and get gas, honey.
Well, Mr. Cantu,
Yeah,
you have had a very colorful and vibrant life, and you're involved in the community, and you've been
I love working.
a single man for how long already?
About 30 years.
30 years, and I mean, and I think that you're probably still looking, right?
No,
no?
no. I got married one time.
Uh-huh.
And when I got married,
That was it.
I said, for better, for worse, for richer, for poor, in sickness and in health, till death do us part. So I'm still her friend because she's the mother of my 5 children.
Yes.
And we get along good,
That's
but we
good.
don't, we don't go out together or nothing like that.
Yes.
So I have my own mission, and my mission is to help the community.
And you are
because
doing
they're
that.
my children.
That's right. And you're doing that every
Yes, ma'am.
single day of your life. Mr. Cantu, it's been a pleasure to interview you. You're very colorful, very vibrant. And tell me, what do you want to leave the audience with today?
I want to leave the audience like you had an interview with other people,
Yes.
and you asked them the question like the young ladies
Yes.
that were talking about music
Yes.
and what about, well, when I was listening to you ask them questions, I said to myself, what they need to tell you is that music is inspirational.
Yes, it is.
And we have that in us,
You're right.
and it comes natural.
Right. And what do you
So,
want to leave the audience with? in your part?
Like they said, if you have a dream, follow it.
That's
it's
right.
never too late.
That's right.
But you have to follow with hope and faith.
Yes. Hope
And
and faith.
truth.
And truth. That's right.
And that's part of the,
Yes.
the award.
Yes. Well, you are well deserving of that award, Mr. Cantu, because you have accomplished so much in your life, and I don't think you're going to stop
No, I'm not.
anytime soon. Anytime soon.
I got to put this in there.
Yeah.
You know, we do fundraisers everywhere. It's for,
Yes.
I belong to the Old Timers Club. They shut it down too.
Yes.
Because they're old, and now with this COVID, a lot of them died and all
Yes.
that.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yes. But we used to do fundraisers for scholarships for Davis, Northside,
Yeah.
and for Milby High School.
Yes.
And I was one of the directors or sergeant at arms at the group,
Right.
and they closed already. And I said, maybe if I do a fundraiser to get my product in
Yeah.
the market, I said, that's not fair.
Yeah.
These big corporations that make millions of dollars, and they don't want to sponsor me because they don't want to sell less product.
Yes. Yeah.
So they don't want me. But now, and I even wrote to the President Clinton when he was
Yeah.
in office, and Al Gore, to show them that there was a solution for pollution with Cantu 2000. You know what? They sent me a letter back.
And what did it say?
Mr. Cantu, we don't endorse the product. I was not endorsing. I didn't want to endorse nothing. I wanted to donate it to prevent spills.
Right.
To save lives.
Right.
To create jobs.
Right.
They don't see that.
No.
And the oil companies, they're going to have to pay to get it. And guess what?
What?
If I get a penny for every cap that's in the world, you know how much money that is?
I can't even
And I
imagine.
can feed everybody.
Yes.
That's what I would
Yeah.
want.
Well, that is very humanitarian of you, Mr.
I
Mr.
love it.
Cantu.
I
And
love
you will. I know that the good Lord is shining a light on you, Mr.
I'm on a
Cantu.
mission with a purpose.
Yes, you are. Thank you, Mr. Cantu, for sharing your stories with us today. I mean, they were very, very colorful and very vibrant. You are the epitome of that. And everybody, I'm sure, wants to be like you when they get to 84 years old.
Yes.
Yes. So you embody the heart and soul of the community, sharing and showing us the power of the Latino culture. What Latinos can do is, si tienen ganas, pueden hacerlo, ¿verdad?
Nada es imposible
That's right.
con fe.
That's right. Nothing is impossible with faith.
That's right.
For everyone watching, remember that our heritage and our actions shape the world around us. Stay connected to your root. Hasta luego, Houston. Till next week.
And God bless America.
And God bless America.
That's right.